All right, let's get ready to do this. This is gonna be a very short video. I actually haven't done any content. I haven't put up any content in 3 days. So that's been the longest that I've never put up content. So I wanted to put up content. First of all, I posted a small, I posted that full body thing in the reflection, and it's odd because before, within like 12 hours, I would get 2,000 views on one of those, right? My content videos don't get, from what I see, I get maybe 2 or 3 views, maybe 3 views at a time. Maybe that's 3 people fully watch the videos. I don't know if it's more or not. I don't know how YouTube works really. But those little videos that I would show with just me in the mirror or in a reflection was like, literally, like I was getting 2,000 views per video. Within 24 hours, I would have 2,000 views. And honestly, I don't like doing it sometimes because it's so weird. Like I have videos on my phone where I try to take it, and someone will walk by looking into the camera as I'm doing it. Well, maybe not that, but people will purposefully walk by. Well, I'll tell you what really bothered me. I was making a video in the reflection, and someone was walking by on the other side of the mirror. And for the entire video, they were just pretty much standing there the whole time. So when I looked back on it, I was like, holy shit. Oh, there's someone behind the reflection, just standing there like some kind of weird loser. You know what I mean? I get people acting weird sometimes. Every time I take out my camera, I got people trying to photobomb me from behind and things like that. Obviously, check this out. So the fact that I have, and by the way, I have never personally told anyone about this YouTube channel. Never. I've never told anybody. I think in the first week, I had 1,500 views. Okay? Right? And I never told a soul. I never told them what the I've never told anybody that I have a YouTube channel personally. Not in a text, not in a call, not in an email, nothing. I've never told anyone that I have a YouTube channel. And I had 1,500 views in 7 or 8 days, in the first 7 or 8 days. And I told you how my counter had stopped, which is very odd because I'm telling you, if my counter didn't stop, I would have easily had 100K views by now, right? So if I'm able to get 2,000 views in 24 hours off a 10-second video of myself in the reflection, not even topless, not even no shirt off, not even a sleeveless shirt, just dressed up, and I get that many views, is it hard to believe that people might see me doing that, want to photobomb me, or might want to fuck with? People do fuck around with my video. I have somebody driving right behind me go, bam, hard on their horn, and it's crazy. Or I have it, so I can't even I can't even put those videos up. People just ruin my videos, it's ridiculous. And again, it's not hard to believe because the numbers are there, right? I was putting on 2Ks to over sometimes 2.3, 2.4Ks views per video just off a 10-second reflection of myself. It was crazy, and obviously that's why. Why that is. I mean, when you are naturally a little bit, you got little, like the appearance has to be right. A lion looks like a lion. Okay, a lion does not look like a small cat. You know what I mean? A bear doesn't look like a raccoon. A rat doesn't look like a king snake. You know what I mean? Every animal, everything looks like something. You know what I mean? Like everything looks. You gotta look like something. People sometimes joke and go, "Oh, I just look the part, but I'm not the part. I just look something, but I'm not something." But I'm a man, and I stay true to challenges, and I handle challenges like a man, win or lose. I handle myself like a man, and that's universal, that's international, that's anywhere in the world. You handle yourself like a man, and you get respect. You know what I mean? Unless like anyways, I don't want to get into that, and I'm not pointing fingers at one particular place or another, but if a community does decide to take that step, it's really bad news. And I shouldn't have to say that. I'm not threatening anyone, and I'm trying, but you should think about that yourself. Like, wow, first of all, that's super low, and like you're gonna do that, and you're not gonna have any respect internationally. People are gonna that's how it is. Respect is a big thing. There's a lot of people out there who don't have any. You know what I mean? They don't have any for themselves. They don't have any to give, you know, and it's funny like that. But anyways, so I haven't posted content in 3 days, and that's the longest time I didn't post content. And I don't know if my subscribers went up, the number of, but I don't know if my subscribers are hungry for me to, you know, or if that was a good thing or a break. I don't really know. To be honest, I don't think I need to post content every day. I think every 2 or 3 days, or even 4 or 5 days would be okay. Maybe, and that's what I wanted to. That's where really I wanted what I wanted to address was, you know, it might be okay to just do content every 4 or 5 days. You know, even you know, but some people do love the content. It's very refreshing. It's really interesting. It's really good stuff. You know, and that's fine. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I really want to talk about. And again, you know, there's not a lot to talk about. I mean, it's funny, all the people that didn't like me or talk shit to me or claimed to talk shit to me, even if they didn't, or claimed anything against me. It's funny because today, and it's funny, and obviously anyone would deny this, but I'll tell you right now, anybody who fuck with me, like in a systemic level, they just hate Latin people. And it's funny, a lot of people fuck with, they just hate Latin people. You know what I mean? Especially Latin people who come up you know, like real Latin people don't need to like, you know, a real Latin person knows himself or herself, and they know what they're like. A real Latin person, you know, really understands who they are, you know, who we are by blood. And I show it not just by appearance, but by who I am. And I'll tell you right now, you know, a lot of people who have hate for me, you know, really think to themselves, and they go, wow, I didn't really realize the guy was Latin. But to tell you the truth, I hate Latin people just like I hate this motherfucker. You know what I mean? So it pretty much is a racial thing, you know. And you know, this world isn't as nice and friendly as it seems. I mean, if you work some little job for I don't mean in a bad way. You could make $1 million a year, but if you work some kind of university job and you're in a totally different type of space and political correctness and all that stuff, so that's a different thing. But in real life, man, anywhere in real life, I mean, race is a strong thing. It's a big thing. You know, I didn't grow up in some kind of little village where there was only one kind of people. You know what I mean? Like, I always grew up on an international level. You know, I didn't just travel to Latin America. I have traveled to Dubai. That gave me a little bit of insight on the international stage. But you know, I mean, it's not. I have been to Latin America, but that's not the only place that I've been to. And LA is not just full of Mexicans like people might think. You know, there's people from all over the world there. LA is a real international city. Again, and like I said, you know, if I, you know, even if you were Colombian, no matter where you were from, even if you were from like Spain, you know what I mean? Now, obviously not everyone, because, you know, Spain is a bit different culturally, but let's say I was from Spain, but I grew up in LA, or I was from Colombia or something, and I grew up in LA. I'll tell you right now, I'd be hanging around with Mexicans. If I was in New York, I'd be hanging around with Puerto Ricans. I mean, if I was in Toronto, I mean, maybe now it's a little different, but really in Toronto, our numbers are really low here. You know what I mean? But thinking back to Hernan Cortez and taking like 50 conquistadors on 3 ships, right, with horses and muskets, traveling all the way from Spain, you know, to Latin America, which is a crazy journey. And back then in the late 1400s, I mean, over 500 years ago, traveling that distance, it's a big thing to travel that distance on an airplane, okay? So they traveled there on a ship, 50 guys, you know, conquering, conquistadors who conquered. You know what I mean? Like that's a big deal. And sometimes I always think to myself, like, I think to myself, I go, did Hernan Cortez really go back to Spain? Or did he die in Latin America? I wouldn't be surprised if Hernan Cortez died in Latin America. Honestly, I would not be surprised. You know what I mean? He loved Latin America. He's the one who coined, or I shouldn't say coined, he's the one who came up with the term Latino. He said that this will be a new race and it will be called Latino. And he was Latin, but, you know, the race was called Latino. The race that, and I wouldn't be surprised if he died there, you know. And I'll tell you, there are parts, I'm not gonna get into all their history that I know, but I don't really care if I'm small in number. I don't care if I'm outnumbered. it could be 10 of us and going up against 100 or 50 other people, and we'll still represent, and we'll still do what we need to do. We'll still handle our stuff. You know what I mean? We were meant to be strong people. So we can stand up to, it doesn't matter. And by the way, we do outnumber in a lot of international cities, but even if the numbers are low, man, Latin people are strong, and we can handle ourselves no matter what the opposition is or whatnot. So I think that's it. That's enough for me. That's all I have to say. And we'll wrap it up with this right here.